Good morning, and thank you so much for joining me on this live stream on Lele Matams TV. For those of you who are not aware, I have a YouTube channel called Lele Matams TV. I've been actively on YouTube since 2019 officially, and then 2020 I started my advocacy, especially during the COVID-19. I am a qualified social worker in the United Kingdom. I qualified in 2013, and in 2019 I started a master's degree in gender conflict human rights, LLM, at the University of Ulster in Belfast. And that is where I started my advocacy and coming on social media, speaking about issues and matters that are happening in Zambia, because I'm Zambian, of course. So I would always come on social media and express. So the first time I tried to speak about issues, I tried Facebook. And the first topic that I wanted to talk about was about General Kanene. And I remember having a huge social media backlash. Oh, he's been pardoned by the president. Why do you want to speak about this person? And for me, my stance was, in the United Kingdom, a person who is a sexual offender cannot have access to social media and cannot be celebrated like the way he was celebrated around 2019 when he released a song. So I decided to channel my energy to YouTube, where there is more of a civilized crowd there. The people on YouTube, they come from different backgrounds, different countries. And when you express issues and concerns that are happening in Zambia or any country in Africa, they come and, support you and comment on issues. So when I started my YouTube platform, I never had any intention to be in politics, because for me, my father always said politics was a dirty game, like a dirty game. I never understood till I decided to join politics. And that was the greatest mistake of my career or my life, politics. Around 2020, there was a trending issue that was going on social media, particularly with Chela Tukuta. And the reason why I never used to follow him is because of the disrespect that he has constantly, shown towards women. So I just heard that he was arrested. And I wasn't happy as a Zambian citizen who's abroad, and people, would share a few videos here and there to say he was exposing what was happening in the current government. Expressing concerns of the current government, then the Patriotic Front. We thought at that time the reason why he was being attacked was because he was trying to expose what was happening in the Patriotic Front. And I stood on my platform on Facebook and I said, we have to raise funds for this person to be released. The videos are there on Facebook. If you type on YouTube, Lele Matams TV, and type his name, you will find tons of videos that I did. And I shared to say, if we can help this person, in fact, the community in America, the Zambians in America, never wanted to contribute as well, and the ones in the UK, because of the previous concerns of, backlash towards people, So, but then I convinced them to say, let's do this. You understand? Let's convince. Look, you're distracting me. Let me talk, okay? I convinced the Zambian community in the United Kingdom and all parts of Africa and the world to contribute money, and I raised £2,200, of which my husband, Mr. Hagai Lupia, was the one who was running around with his family in Dola to make sure we got two sureties in Dola, two sureties in Lusaka. And nobody was willing to do that. And it was my husband who was running around to do that. And when my husband did that, he did that because this is my wife's friend who is in a mess. Let's see how we can help this person. That was why my husband was helpful. We helped the family up to today. The family always, they communicate to say, thank you for what you did. We will never forget. I'm one person who is loyal to friends. And if I love you as a friend, I'll tell you about issues because I'm concerned as a friend privately. But then if you try to use social media to discredit my credibility on social media, I will come on social media to address these matters because I have people who respect me so highly, who view me so highly as a person who is a respectable figure. So when I was in Zambia during COVID-19, we were planning for my husband to join us at that time. But my husband could not join us because we were not allowed to bring in people during that time. Even the embassy was closed. So we flew all the way to Zambia to be with him for about 4 months or so. And during that time, a young man named Matomola, I'm waiting for people to come, so I'm talking. A young man named Matomola approached me and he told me if I could join the UPND, it would be a very good thing. And I traveled from Ndola to Lusaka and I joined the UPND party, and we did all the ceremonies, and the videos are there on my YouTube and Facebook. And the first call I received was from the very gentleman that all of you applaud as your spokesperson. He called me and he said, "Why have you joined this party? This is the greatest mistake you have made. Those people, they are not good. I've been part of them before." He called my husband because he has my husband's direct line, and he told him the same thing. "Why have you allowed your wife to join this party? It's not a good party." And that was the beginning of my problems. I'm starting now. Okay, there is a cartel in the political space that started and engineered all this narrative about me on social media. And the reason why they started this narrative is because they knew that I was a force to reckon with. And they didn't want me to be recognized even by the president of the UPND party then, before he became the president of Zambia. So there's bigger fishes who are playing the dirty games in the background. And they vowed, this particular woman vowed, that as long as I am part of this UPND party, I will never allow that young girl to sit on any seat, to be part of any leadership. So this woman engineered insults on social media towards me. I have proof, evidence of all these things. That's why I channeled my energy to humanitarian, because it's in me. So this particular cartel, what they do is, if I do anything on social media, even helping people, they post negative about me. You observe that and you realize that it's not just about somebody hating me. It's because they have been told to do that. For example, when I started the scholarships of people to come to the United Kingdom, I would announce to say there's a college that is giving scholarships. They would discredit that to say it's not true. If you're going to the United Kingdom, you're going to do prostitution. That's what they would always do on social media. And then there was also an aspect where people would come to the UK and I would never post them because the companies that were bringing them wanted privacy. So I would say, congratulations, somebody has arrived at Heathrow Airport. And then they would counter what I've done to say, oh, no, it's not true. This person is a lie. This person doesn't bring anybody. I would talk about the IELTS exams that the British government wanted people to write, and they would counteract that to say, it's not true. You don't need English for you to come to the United Kingdom. They would say that all the time. And it's like anything I tried to do, they would try to stop it. So when I started in the political space, I started campaigning in Manali constituency, I would give people donations because they had asked me for help. During COVID-19, people were really, really suffering. So people had asked me for help. And they wrote down proposals, and majority were saying the best business to sell was eggs. So when I started doing the contributions of the eggs, which my YouTube supporters were contributing towards that, the same people within the UPND party are the ones who started fighting me on social media. And I would ask the political party, how can people we belong to the same party be fighting me on social media? And they never did anything about it because the people who were behind it were bigger fish in the party, bigger sponsors. So they have to engineer all the hatred towards me so that nobody should ever listen to anything that I had to say. Remember, I would fight the Patriotic Front. I would stand and say all sorts of things. I would risk my life by flying to Zambia to do all these things. And in the end, I was treated so badly. Now, one of the things that they wanted to do is to announce to the world using people like the same guy to say she's into prostitution. She's got 5 children with 5 different men, which is not the truth. She's somebody who just sleeps around. She's lazy in the United Kingdom. She doesn't do anything. She's on benefits. She's on child support. She lives in a council house. Sending that narrative to say she's not a hardworking person. And yet, that was not true. I have always been a private person. But because when God does something to me, I always feel, let me celebrate with my people, because I feel that my people would be encouraged by what is going on in my life. And each time I would celebrate, they would counteract again on their pages. You observe this. They always post, it's a lie. She's always saying God has done this. We don't even see proof. I learned my lessons on the 3rd of August when the same group engineered so much hatred towards me that the UK police even came to look for me because I was accused of human trafficking, something that I've never done. And I was vindicated. They found no evidence and they were actually shocked that people can make up such a lie towards me. In total, over 950 people I know have been brought to the United Kingdom with different companies. And the Zambians that I personally know, over 350 Zambians have come to the United Kingdom. Are we supposed to share them on social media? No, it's not my business, okay? That's their life. So the hatred and disrespect towards me on social media is not because I have talked about so-and-so or this issue, no. That's the mission that they have on this social media space. They've been told, disrespect this woman on social media all the time so that people should never take her seriously and take her as just a social media noisemaker. But my work is there on YouTube. It speaks for me. That is why when I go to countries, they recognize the work that I've done. And when I was in Jamaica, I met people who have seen what I do on my YouTube channel. I am personally even going to Malawi, Botswana, Zimbabwe to do videos because I have people there who value my content and what I do. Okay? So, the disrespect towards women on social media has been there in order to silence women who speak up for themselves, just like me. I'm a person that speaks about issues and I will not be silent about them. And when I address those issues, it's because these things are on the public domain. And if somebody is speaking about an issue that is on a public domain, it's not poking their nose in a business. It's speaking based on social media guidelines, community guidelines. We can comment on matters. In the UK, we have British people that comment on the royal family. Like that's just all they do. They comment anything that is happening in their lives and nobody has shut them down or stopped them or called them all insults. But in Zambia, it's like when you speak, you have to be shut down. And as long as I'm using my own internet space, nobody will ever shut me down. Okay? Nobody. Yesterday, a Nigerian young person who has been following me for years saw and has seen the gross disrespect towards me. First of all, I have been married for a long time. I kept my family off social media because of the insults and the degradation that comes with being in a political field. Protected my family. And for this young man who respects me, who knows even how I conduct myself when I'm in Nigeria, was shocked for somebody to post that I hadn't had a sexual intercourse. That's the reason why I'm all over the place. And yet I comment on issues on my page, on my space. Apart from Z celebrities, because I know the person who runs the page and that person picks videos from my page and posts them on their page. So I will comment because that's a page that more or less like celebrates the work that I do. Just yesterday, they shared a video of me donating money to a young man that I saw doing car wash in Nigeria. My work is not limited to only Zambians. But each time I've tried to push and encourage Zambians about the opportunities that are out there, there are other people who come on the media to say, she's just making noise, don't listen to her. But I thank God for you guys that respect the work that I do, and you've continuously followed me, you've continuously respected the work that I do, because I'm not a person who pretends. If you look at the people who are on social media talking all the nonsense about Lilem Tambo this, Lilem Tambo that, ask them who they have actually really helped, and the person's family life has changed. We have escorted more than 50 Zambians at the Lusaka International Airport, and my husband was the one who was helping each and every person to fill in their application forms to come to the United Kingdom with different companies that they were coming with. Okay, so after helping to raise £2,200, and this person decided to join our party, the first thing that they did was to initiate this person to have hatred towards me, so that each time he came on social media, he should come and insult me and say all sorts of things to say the party doesn't like me. So the first thing that this person did was to lie against me, that I insulted an elderly woman that I respect so much, and I even have her number, and I contact that person whenever I want to contact. That was the first thing they did. Secondly, the issue of me being pregnant for my husband, he brought it to the media to say, how can somebody be pushing to be in politics and yet she's pregnant? And that made me judge the kind of environment, political space we have in Zambia. Because all I know is, as long as a woman is married, she'll get pregnant. Many of you have been mocking Tarsila Lungu for not being pregnant. I've seen people mocking her, like literally mocking her, and yet she's in a political field. She's working as a member of parliament and has put having a family aside to work for the people of Zambia. But people have disrespected her, have mocked her for not having a child. Bearing in mind, there's what you call family planning. You can put 5 years family planning and say, for now, we don't want the stress of having a baby. But people have mocked her like that. And here's me, who is pregnant, I'm still being mocked. I was tear gassed in 2020 to 2021 during a wrangle that happened when we had some political meetings at one of the centers. Somebody opened up a tear gas, and I was risking the baby that I was having in my tummy, and somebody opened up tear gas, and people would mock me. They would say, Chiwane and China Mimba, she wants to stand. Not that they told me, no, they were telling me even on a WhatsApp group which I had. That's why I said in the beginning that the biggest mistake I made was to join politics. I've always wondered why people like Muzinga Melo and many different Zambians who are very respectable figures have never joined politics. The moment Margaret, my mother, my auntie, Mwanakatwe joined politics, she became a ridicule. And yet if you look at her CV, she's a very qualified person who has worked in Ghana as the chief of Barclays Bank, who has worked all over, studied in the United Kingdom. But they've wanted to reduce her to be a nobody. That's the political space of Zambia. So I'm here to tell you, my people, that if a woman is in a relationship with a man, married to the person, and the marriage doesn't work, is a woman supposed to stay in that marriage for the sake of pleasing people that they'll laugh at them? The very person that is commenting rubbish about me left his wife. I did videos on my YouTube channel condemning the action. He came to social media expressing how his wife was oppressing him and all sorts of things, and played a victim and was disrespecting the wife constantly on social media with another woman. The videos are there on my YouTube channel. And this is a person that you upload today and listen to. A man that a woman bought him the first camera he ever had. A woman that empowered this man. That's the person you applaud. And funny enough, the women even join in this party when a man is disrespecting a woman. You join in the party and call us baby mama 5'4". That's why we support people like Moizu Kanji, because she's a baby mama. Well, you've never heard of such a thing called divorce? If a Ghanaian man decides to leave me for a fellow Ghanaian woman after bearing him children, should I come to social media and cry about it? No. Because I know I am a strong woman. I rose up from the ashes and I made sure I raised my children with no conflicts, with no any issues coming to social media, and did it with no child support, because I am a hard-working person. I remember even social services would even ask me, the time we were moved to this town, they would ask me, how are you managing? Can't you claim for child support? I said, no, because I have that level of pride to say, as a woman, I can make it. And that is why I've constantly come to social media to encourage women to fight for themselves, even if they are married. Because I have been in that situation where a man walked away from a house and he was paying the rentals, and I became homeless in the United Kingdom. And when I became homeless in 2013, a family friend of mine named Felix Linyama, family friend, took me into his house. And I would drive 2 hours every time from London to Reading, sit in the car for 4, 5, 6 hours waiting for the children to finish school. And on one of the days, I received a call from a company that was offering me a job, and that is how my story changed. If you're ever giving up as a woman, don't give up, because there is hope for you, especially if you have children. Nobody should ever disrespect you because you've bared children for a man who decided to walk away from you. And if a man decides to walk away from you and goes to another woman because he wants documents to stay in the United Kingdom, that doesn't make you less of a woman. It makes you powerful, especially when you fight to have residency like I did. I fought so hard. Many people were saying I should send my children to Zambia so that my mother should look after them. I said I will never take my children to Zambia until they collect their British citizenships. And as I speak, my children are British citizens. Now, with all the things that I've fought for, oh, by the way, it doesn't come cheap. I had to pay for each child £1,200 to acquire British citizenship, and I paid from my pocket. Why? Because I have believed in working hard. So if I am fighting for another woman and I'm telling women on social media to work so hard, never to be ridiculed by men, and to never consider what other people say about them, I am saying it from experience. Because I have been that woman that picked herself up without going for any man. But the UK government stepped in because I prayed and God answered. God never fails. He has never failed me. From time immemorial, I've always been stating how God has been wonderful to me. I went to the United Kingdom University free on a scholarship. Instead of me paying £8,700, the government gave me a free sponsorship through the Helena Kennedy Foundation. Whilst a man was ridiculing me, telling me I will amount to nothing, I decided to get myself that scholarship. And that's why, for me to be where I am now, is because of the words that a man spoke in my mind to say I will amount to nothing. Because he went for somebody else who was a graduate from their country, Ghana. So I am nothing. I will never amount to anything, but I proved him wrong. Today, I am a home owner in the United Kingdom. I'm a business owner in the United Kingdom, because words can be so powerful. People can say all sorts of negative things about you, but how do you use those words? Do you use them to rise up, or do you use them to commit suicide? The high rates of suicide in Zambia come as a result of women being bullied, come as a result as women looking at the circumstances that they are in. Oh, I have children. They're going to laugh at me that I have this child. We've even had a case of a Zambian woman who took a child, pressed a pillow on the child's face because she wanted to please the boyfriend that she was with, because her first baby daddy was no longer with her. With such type of narrative that people use on social media to say that woman has 5 children, so who is she to talk about people? Well, I had my children in a home, and when those children were born, we even had naming ceremonies in the Ghanaian culture. Yes, I had an ex from Zambia, and the reason why that relationship did not work is because I was abused. Okay? On my back, I have cigarette butts. Do you want me to show you those butts? When I was beaten up? Do you want me to show you? Do you want me to tell you that in 2005, I flew to Zambia with the intention of staying back, and I was beaten, abused, bruised all over. And I made a decision to walk away from that. A few years down the line, I met my ex from Ghana. We stayed together for close to 10 years, had children. Do you call that prostitution? If a man harbors you in his house, you're staying together, families know each other, you have all the naming ceremonies from Ghana, you have the christenings. And by the way, if you were my friend on Facebook those days, you would have seen that I used to display my family on social media. So I didn't have any children from prostitution based on the narrative. This narrative started as a result of my political intention. Yesterday, I could not come on social media, or the other day, to speak because I don't speak about such matters in the presence of my children. My children have never seen me disrespect our home from time immemorial, no matter how homeless I was. I never ever disrespected my children by bringing another man in their presence. And that is why they respect me. And that's why they are called my husband, Mr. Haggai Lupia, the respect, because they've never seen me move around like that. I respect my body. So if I'm coming to social media to preach about something, the Bible has told me that we need to preach and we need to practice what we preach. It's because I practice what I preach. That's why I come to social media, to encourage, not to condemn, not to judge. But I say, be careful. Life is spiritual. The next point. Politics became my biggest mistake because there are so many enemies there. And these enemies, what they want to do is to paint me blue-black so that nobody should ever accord me an opportunity to ever speak on a platform, even in parliament. And by the way, I'm only 40 years old, but I've been addressed as a grandma, as an old woman. Oh, even if I'm 40, do I aspire to enter in parliament? Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be given a job in government. Who knows? I don't know. I'm doing my own thing, by the way. Okay? We've seen many people using their social media platforms to disrespect, to insult women, not only me. Alice Musuka is one of the women that was disrespected. And I stood for her. And today, we see her posting subliminal messages, trying to disrespect. Where is sisterhood, sister? If I stood for you when this same person was disrespecting you, I expect you to stand for me as a sister. In this way, you do not stand for me because you want people to like you. You are talking about seeking validation. You come on social media wearing all the Louis Vuittons and the Gucci's and all those things when Zambians are suffering. Who is seeking validation between you and me? Because I've never come to social media to show the luxury side of my life, but I do live a luxurious life. Many enemies are on social media. And when they're on social media, what they do is they try to discredit everything we do, like I said. One of the things that even shocked me was a certain woman, and in fact, the group of women, you know them. They came and started taking pictures and videos from the Warrior Women of Prayer, an organization which I formed to say, as women, we should stand together to pray because we are the torchbearers. We are the ones who give birth to leaders. We are the ones who decide even for our nation because we are the majority. Let's be praying together. And these women would take pictures of women praying and would call them prostitutes. The posts are on their page. Remember what I said in the beginning? That there are people who've been engineered and they've been told anything she posts, be fighting her all the time. And because they have seen that I've been so unstoppable, they've also engineered hatred by initiating more people to be insulting. So many insults all over social media. Am I hurt by them? No, I'm not. Because I know about destiny. That in this life we need each other. The same way that young man insulted Doris Alia. And I stood up for him. And people were shocked to say, why are you standing up for this person? And I said, he's a youth that was speaking about political things. Because honestly, I didn't even watch those videos. But I stood for the person and raised 2,200 pounds, which was 50,000 at that time. All was given to the family. Do you know why I did that? Because I don't like injustice. Anywhere where there's injustice, I don't like it. I always like my people to be treated well. Speaking of justice, there's a woman who is trending on Facebook. People have tagged me, people have sent me videos, help her. She was beaten up by the police. And now she's crawling. And people are asking for Laura Miti to speak. Why can't you speak? Why are you waiting for Laura Miti to speak? Of course you're not going to speak. Because to you, social media is a place where you degrade women. Social media is a place where you have people like Elias Musiani degrading women, disrespecting women, and you are clapping. And yet, a woman in other parts of Africa like Nigeria is considered a powerful woman. In other parts of Africa like Ghana, Cameroon, women are highly respected because of the culture. There is something missing in our Zambian culture where women are constantly disrespected. Not only me, but many women are disrespected. Regardless of whether somebody has said something negative towards you, the issue of insulting people on social media has become so much. Do you know that the president of Zambia was going to ban Facebook and all these social media platforms? But because of the fact that we advocated to say Zambians are using social media to make money, it's a business platform, and the economy is so harsh at the moment. That's why social media is existing. Otherwise, the president wanted to ban Facebook. So, this person is using Facebook to disrespect women. I wrote a letter to the president. B. Flo wrote a letter. Many people wrote letters. And that person no longer has a diplomatic appointment. Now listen to this. How does somebody become so useless on the social media platform? From being a diplomat to become a useless person. Because if I'm a diplomat, I don't think I'll have time for Facebook. If I'm a diplomat, I don't think I'll use Facebook to disrespect people who are in Zambia when I've been sent to a country. The main thing I'll do is tourism. Show you guys the nice parts of that place. Food, culture, and not disrespect people. And because you have been demoted, in fact, I was among the first people that posted on my social media platform, said this person was fired. And I didn't get that message from just anybody. I got it from my special intelligence in Zambia. Okay? So if I shared at that time and people were mocking, oh, somebody's celebrating. Nobody was celebrating anyone's downfall. But when you are representing a government position, you must be of high quality in terms of character. We have a young man called Joseph Kajila. Have you seen him on social media? He recently posted a picture of himself just saying he's working hard. He's in Egypt as a diplomat. That's how diplomats work. They don't misbehave themselves. We had Uncle Elias, who was always on Facebook. He's now the diplomat, the ambassador in Australia. Have you seen him come on Facebook to disrespect people? He doesn't, because he's in a high position. So this person is a non-entity, is a nonsense, to the point whereby even the president doesn't even want him near him. If you want, ask anyone who works in government, they will tell you. And you will never see him with the president ever again, because the president was highly embarrassed by his character. Is that the person you're cheering on? Is that the person that you think can put me down? No, because I maintain my integrity, my dignity. I've never washed my relationship on social media. I've never come to social media to disrespect any man. Oh, she's busy with different baby daddies. And you, what about you with your baby mama? And for some of us, the reason why we even fought for you is not because we love you. It's because of the children. We were looking at the children. Their father is in prison. How are they going to be raised if their father is in prison and he works so hard as a camera person? Not because of you. It's because of children. And you dare use children as a means of insult. Children are a blessing from God. And how and whatever they come about, if you don't like it, it's none of my business. At the end of the day, I don't owe you or anybody an explanation. It's my personal life. And how those relationships broke. Did you see me post my ex-wedding on Facebook? Was I supposed to come and cry on Facebook? Like we have an elderly woman crying on social media. And when we tell her, don't come to social media to cry, the social media keeps records. Imagine if I had cried those days. Imagine if I had come to Facebook and started insulting this person those days. Do you know what I did? I blocked every Ghanaian on my Facebook page. I blocked everything about them and I moved on with my life. And God has given me a very handsome man whom I used to campaign with. But guess what? Each time I would campaign, they would say that I was trying to go out with the officials, not knowing that the man who was driving me all the time was my husband. They would be gossiping about me, saying all sorts of things because they thought he was just an ordinary person. And they didn't know that he was my husband. So there's a lot of things that we got to know. And we decided that politics was a dirty game. And my husband joined us in the United Kingdom. Are we stupid? No, we are not. Who wants to put their life in danger? Did I ever come to social media to tell you that we had a nasty accident that was orchestrated against us? I've never said that before. But did you know that? It happened. Politics is a dirty game. And for as long as I want to look after my children, I'm not going to risk my life for people who defend nonsense, for people who clap for people who insult. Then what am I coming to do there? What am I standing there for? Oh, come and stand in this constituency. Oh, you can ask Mujinga Melo to go and stand. You can ask so many, O'Brien, she's there, she's in Germany. You can ask all those women who are high caliber, let them stand and you will see how they'll be insulted. For me to prove to you that the Zambian social media space doesn't respect women, the same Mujinga Melo that is highly respected, when she shared her husband, the same social media was mocking to say he's old, he's what. That's the reason why Mujinga Melo doesn't post the man. So you expect Mujinga Melo to come and join politics when you attacked her husband. And if a woman speaks, then she's sexually starved. A woman doesn't need sex to survive. A woman can stay without having sex. You understand me? That's why a woman can maintain a long-distance relationship and still survive. Because we think with our mind. And these days, many women are struggling to survive because all they want is to feed their children, to put food on their table, and they use their brain. If you look at the many people that have migrated, even the Zambians, over 300 Zambian women migrated. And guess what? They are bringing their husbands. And some husbands are even cheating on their women as they come to the United Kingdom. I was dealing with a serious case of a Zambian man who was running 2 families. The wife brought him to the United Kingdom, only to discover he was trying to bring another woman that he made pregnant with 2 children back home in Zambia. So now that this woman has decided to separate from this man, and she finds another man and has children, will you call her a prostitute? You forget so easily why many Zambian women are going for foreign nationals. You forget so easily that the level of disrespect is why so many Zambian women, even now, if I say there was a dating app here, they would flood that dating app. They want a different species of men to marry. You know why? Because they've seen the levels of disrespect. Do you know why many Zambian women go even for Nigerian men or Ghanaian men? It's because they are taught to respect women, not disrespect them. So even when I broke up with my ex, he respectfully left me. He did not disrespect me. Respectfully left me. So mind how you speak about people. You disrespected your wife on social media, degraded her on social media. Did you see my ex come on social media? Did you see? And he's not even Zambian. It tells you the type of culture that is there. Disrespect women. Talk about them like they are nothing. Well, you will never stop me from talking. I will continue talking. It's my space. Nobody will stop me till I die. Okay, so President Hakainde Hichilema, I have a complaint towards the corruption, levels of corruption in Zambia. I've got so many young people who complain in my inbox. They want to report cases to the police. There are some cases I'm dealing with right now. And if you don't have money to bribe the police, nobody is going to work for you. So an average Zambian woman who doesn't have money, who is poor, who cannot afford to pay, is it 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 to corrupt for their husband to be questioned for domestic violence, they stay in abusive marriages until they die. How many women have been killed by their husbands? And nobody's speaking about it. Oh, the whole Zambia is waiting for Laura Miti to speak. Well, it's you women who should speak, not Laura Miti. Laura Miti now has a job, and she must protect her job because that is what is feeding her. So for as long as you continuously entertain men that insult women, there will never be any Laura Miti again, because Laura Miti is busy for the next 10 years because President Hakainde Hichilema will be president again in 2026. So until 2031, there will be no Laura meeting. Okay, so what I wanted to also state is the fact that many people in Zambia would want to discredit anything I do. And the only weapon they use is she has children with 5 different men. Actually, I have 7 children. Yes, I don't need to tell you who the 7 children are, but I have 7 children. And I am going to add even 3 more to make it 10. So that you should be writing nicely how I have 10 children with 10 different men, despite me being married. Yes, that's what you want us to be saying. And I don't care because you've never paid any hospital bill. You've never paid any child support. You've never paid any milk for any of my children. I've never come to Facebook to cry that I'm hungry, despite me not being entitled to government benefits. My current residence in the United Kingdom does not allow me to collect any government benefits. How do I survive? I work hard and I use my brain. That's why I've never come to Facebook to cry. Even with the little that I have, I still support people in Zambia. And the people that receive support from me, not because I want to show off. People even come on Facebook and talk about what, it's because I know how it feels to suffer. And not suffering in Zambia, I suffered in a foreign land. And I promised God that for as long as you bless me, I'll be a blessing to my Zambian people. Well, the nonsense that people talk about me stop me from helping people. It's in me. I'll never stop. They were talking about eggs. Used Ivanka Bianca to disrespect me. Paid her money, is the 700 question, to insult me. Today, they dumped her. She cries all the time with all the thoughts that she's having in her mind. The other day, she posted about doom, and people were clapping for her. Say, oh yeah, it's so much. How much? You can buy it. Are you okay? Like, seriously? Too many demonic things going on social media. And as for me, I have a spiritual mandate here to be speaking. And I'll continue speaking. Just like our brother Junior Pope is normal. He had his chance to speak. Me too, this is my chance to speak. As to the day God will say, it's time for you to go, is the day I'll stop. I will never stop. Sorry, I will never stop. That's not me. I will never stop. Because I've been speaking since 2019. It's today. You think you're going to shut me? Oh, look, bullet. Which bullet? A man who is useless fights women. A man of integrity does not fight women. A man who is a man does not enter in squabbles for women. A man does not become chief advisor to women. It's not your job. That's the job of Anna Chimbuza. But you enter because you want to be relevant. Well, you lost your relevance when the president demoted you and chucked you from any presidential office. You don't even have a chance to even go to State House. A very ungrateful git that is so ungrateful. A man gave you a job and you just messed it up. And you come to show off to people on Facebook about how you're a landlord. Or should we tell you that we are landlords to more than 10 properties? We don't show them on social media. For who? Who are we going to please? And then when we show you, then what? It's only an illiterate that will come on social media and be showing their properties. People who have money don't come on social media to show their properties. People who have money keep their success and wealth private. We have seen the case of Junior Pope. Each time he was showing his house, showing his place, what has happened? He just started living in his property in December. By April, he's dead. Be careful. Because many people are planning evil against you. You don't even know. And because you are too loud, you think everybody likes you. People are very wicked in this world. And we'll continue speaking about this thing. Even you, I'm coming to tell you, stop showing your house on Facebook. Many people are angry with you. Okay? So, the issue of this young lady, whom every time we try to control on social media. And then we had an elderly woman that would come and support and clap. So we cannot speak about how Millie is behaving. We cannot speak about Millie's conduct. Did I tell Mr. Moore to do a video? He did 2 videos. Why aren't you insulting Mr. Moore? Why aren't you insulting Mr. Moore? You are coming for me because you know that my name is a factor. You are coming for me because you have been sent by some people to disrespect me. And when you disrespect me, so that the young people should laugh. Well, they can laugh. All I care. I don't care. A prophet is not respected in their own hometown. I have places where people respect me and regard me. Even in Zambia, people respect me and regard me. Even when I met you physically in person at East Park Mall, you can't even speak. You sounded so down. You looked foolish. I'm the one who even came to greet you. Or how are you when you're advertising carpet? Imagine from a diplomat to advertising carpet. From a diplomat to advertising gambling code. Like, that's somebody who has a spirit of poverty. Because there's no way a president can give you such a high employment job in this season where there's no jobs. The economy is so tough, probably getting more than 50,000 a month. You now go and be advertising carpet. Come and buy carpet. Oh, here's a 1xbet code. My code is so. And because you are supporting the 1xbet, you now start disrespecting a gospel artist, Pompey. Recently, there was a time when this same person, who is an illusionist, came and said, hey, Prophet TB Joshua, he spoke to me. I should not speak about anyone. Short, the person is now still disrespecting even Pompey. Because Pompey is a gospel artist. And if a man of God is saying, this issue needs to be modified, it needs to be controlled. Even in the UK here, if you bet online, you bet. After some time, they cut you off for the day. Because they don't want people to be addicted to gambling. Even there's a limit to which you can spend per day. So if somebody is saying there should be a regulation towards gambling, it doesn't mean the person should be insulted and should not speak. Anybody who speaks for the people of Zambia is treated as a nobody. Today we hear people crying, Pilato speak, Pilato speak. Pilato should speak for you as who? You have your advocate that insults people. Ask your advocate to continue insulting women on Facebook. And by the way, whatever he says is irrelevant. It's for you people who have no jobs, who are on Facebook, who are there with bundles. Yeah? People who have jobs, don't listen to useless people. Okay? It's entertainment for the young people who have no job. They'll be like, she's too much. She's too much. Yes, I'm too much because I know my rights as a person. I use my platform to speak for the people of Zambia. I don't use my page to disrespect anybody. I use my page. I don't insult. I don't use vulgar language. It's too cheap. But there are some people who use vulgar language even towards me, and they expect me to call them out and be calling their name. So when I speak about them, they become viral. They go relevant. Why is it that everybody is targeting insults? Oh, by the way, there are some pages that have been paid to just pick anything that I say on my page and make it as if I'm commenting on their pages and post it and talk about this, and try to make me look irrelevant. One day you will remember my words. There's no word that I've spoken that has never come to pass. Many a times I've said, these people, the way they're behaving, they need to be controlled. I learned it on the 3rd of August, 2023. You hide your success. What is feeding you? Hide it. Don't show it to anybody on media. Because the people on media, they can be looking at what is happening in your life, but their plan will be very deadly and evil. Junior Pope is no more because he was flaunting his family on social media. He was flaunting his new house on social media. People were happy when he was suffering. If he had maintained that life private, who knows, he could be alive today. So that we are speaking about things. She has all the time in the world. She's going to go live and address. Yes, I will go live and address because I have morals, I have manners. I don't tolerate rubbish on my page. 1. 2, if a mother of 5 children goes and be stripping, removing her outfits, a person who is a public figure, I should keep quiet because I should mind my business. I shouldn't be talking. No, I will talk. Because if somebody says they're a Christian, they should cover up like I have. When I finish my live stream and I'm with my husband in the house alone, do you think I move like this? It's private. The body is a temple of God. and my husband. That's why the Muslim cover here, cover everywhere, because the body is for the husband, not for public consumption. And if we don't dress like that, we are old-fashioned, we are grandma, we are seeking relevance. No, I'm sorry. We are so different. I follow Nigerian social media, and I can tell you, any woman who disrespects their body, the way Nigerians will condemn them, they will condemn, and that person will be bullied out of social media, per se, because it's not in their culture. You understand? Why is it that there is high rates of HIV/AIDS in Zambia, and you don't speak about it? You are speaking about, you want to be deputy. You are even disrespecting the name of God. Oh, Deputy Jesus, monstrous, all those things, because you don't want me to speak about it. Oh, madam, since you are very intelligent enough, tell us how the young people can condomize. You will never speak about it. You are selling 1xbet code. You can't even tell the youth to condomize. You can't even tell the youth to abstain. You can't even use your influential platforms to talk about sex. You can't. You use your platforms to fight women. You use your platform to degrade women. How can a nation have 1.4 million HIV/AIDS rates in a country? That's too much. And do you know what that tells me? There is moral decay. Because some people say, oh, HIV is not contracted through sex. It's because some people are born with it. We are not talking about the ones who are born with it all. And it has changed now. When you are pregnant, they test you for HIV in Zambia. After that, they give you medicine for you to be taken so that the child should not be infected. When you give birth, they give you again medicine so that you can breastfeed the child will not be infected. And nowadays, the children who are having HIV in Zambia are starting from the age 15. 15! How embarrassing is that? My daughter is 15 years old. My other one is 14. The one who's 15 is turning 16. She's going to school. The one who's 14 is turning 15. I can't imagine that age, a child having HIV. The rates of HIV in Zambia start from 15. And then we'll have Vavana Fimbosa or Facebook come teach people, dance this stuff. Dance sister, you can buy this sweet, you can buy that sweet on Facebook. Moral decay. You now tell that child to buy sweet. Kaidi, you are a business person. That child buys that sweet, goes to sleep with married man A, married man B. Right now, the business that is there in Zambia, because the women don't want to speak about issues, because they want to just enjoy their iPhone 15 and to enjoy life, is prostitution. Instead of you coming to talk to me, who has a husband in our house, we are raising our children. Talk about those children from 15 who are contracting HIV every day, more than 14,000 cases. Not me. I test every year and I've been negative since. This country, when you give birth, they test you. Before you give birth, they test you. Every time, especially when you're from Africa, they test you anyhow. On one pregnancy, 4 tests, blood, drawing blood all the time. You should be concerned about those young people who are contracting HIV, not me. Because I've looked after myself and I've been engaging in activities with a man who is my husband, not any person. And I'm very faithful at that. Should I be crying crocodile tears? I come. Oh, you want me to do press briefing? I should be doing press briefing and come on Facebook, do press briefing. How the father, from Ghana, is a chief in their country. If you are an heir to the throne, you marry a fellow Ghanaian. So I should be crying. 11 years ago, I should be, every day I'm talking about it. I move on because I'm a strong woman and a fighter. And that's why many women are inspired by how I am. Because I didn't look down on myself. So if I speak about anything, I have every right. Because I didn't date any married man to survive. Because I did not go to any married man to fund my lifestyle. Because I did not do high class escort business. That's why I love people like Beatrice Mwansa, who tell you as it is. And if you don't read her message, it's coded. Some of the people who are displaying, trying to show you that they are doing well, that's the job they do in America. They are high class. They are the ones that inspire you. If I don't inspire you, it's okay. If I inspire one woman, it's okay. I've done my job. After all, the world is too big to be fighting for Zambian space. It's better even make it in Nigeria. Because when you make it in Nigeria, you make it the whole world. Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, Botswana, Zimbabwe. These 6 countries, by far, on social media, what they do, their conduct, business-minded people. You are using Facebook to insult this one, to insult that one. Oh, you don't make money on Facebook. My YouTube is monetized, by the way. I still make money on YouTube. But when I come on Facebook to speak, it's because I want my people to be saved from doing the wrong things. Because I've seen people in Zambia making it, even without any support from any man who's married. But right now, that's why they are doing. There's a woman who did a video the other day to say, since when did Vana Fimbusa come on Facebook and be teaching? There are young people who are creating platforms, creating their own Facebook page, putting a picture of a celebrity from someone, and they are on those groups learning what you are teaching them online. Those are the things you should be condemning, not me. You are condemning me for what? For speaking the truth. So I should be silent. I will never be silenced by anybody. You use your social media to talk about Dora Salia. Insulted, talking about how she initiates girls, sells them to big men. She took you to court. If not for presidential pardon, you would be in jail now. Because of your rotten mouth. You speak things without evidence. You are speaking about me without evidence. You don't even know my life. I've never shared my life. Oh, by the way, the reason why this person is so angry with me is because at one time he used to inbox me. Yes. Asking me to be his girlfriend. And because I didn't give him a chance, it's not my type, not my style. You've seen how my husband looks like. That's my type, that's my style. If you see my ex, I don't date anyhow. I don't. You will never see just any rascal. This is my husband. This is my man. Ex, anybody, you see them, head to toe. You'll be like, okay, now I see. Until you didn't speak. You are not my spec. You will never be my spec. You will never be my level. So because you used to inbox me, you would make a very good wife. Me, I'm not desperate for any man. So because I rejected you, so now you have to come and disrespect me and disrespect my husband, a man that helped you to be out of prison, a man that was walking from point A to point B, looking for sureties for you in dollar. Without my husband, you would still be there, rotting. He found you sureties. Ule tasha. The American community, you've never even appreciated them. You've never even thanked them. Because you are very ungrateful. The same president that gave you a job, you've disrespected him. We've had to even tell you, stop it. You now want to come to me. Know your level. I'm not your level. Level ni awe na ewo musangwa na wa uko kwenoko. Ewo mbelesha na not me. I'm not your level. I will never be your level. My standard is so far. No minister, nobody in Zambia can say, oh, Lillian came, inbox me. She's looking for a penny. All I do is to advocate. Sir, how can we help this? Right now, I'm dealing with a case of a child who has a brain hemorrhage in Zambia. The child is on a tube, feeding on a tube, and they want to discharge the child. In fact, the child has been discharged. I've sent it to one of the ministers in Zambia. You think when we come on Facebook, we just come to rant? I've sent to one of the ministers, minister and member of parliament. Sir, can you help me deal with this matter? I'm waiting for a response. There's another case in South Africa of a woman who's been beaten up by the husband and she's pregnant. I have sent that case to the American community, OZA, to see how they can deal with it. So when I come to my Facebook and I'm preaching, women, don't degrade yourself. It's you who should come and tell me, you should be looking at yourself. Have you ever seen me come to Facebook and dress? Oh, you've been pretending. Well, you do this and this. Did you ever see any argument of me with with my ex on Facebook? Did you see me do that? I don't do that rubbish. So those who have paid you to disrespect me, may they continue to pay you, but your downfall will be very bad. I mean, you are nothing. For a president to demote you from State House, chase you, send you just to make you feel good, give you a computer job in Brazil, and you're so frustrated, he's brought you back to the country and fired you completely. You now want to come and attack me. My friend, go and look at yourself first. Assess yourself, okay? Because Makule Nganda, now you think you can talk about people. We don't show what we own. I don't owe anybody any explanation of what we own, because we've worked hard for our things, and they are not for public consumption, they're for the children. You want administrators to start planning our downfall so that they should come and collect our children's property. No. You can display. It's your own wahala. Us, we don't. Okay? Let me check something. You understand? So if somebody has never had access to my body, you now call me so. My dear, me, I am a person of dignity. That's why I can call any minister in Zambia, because I've never done open book to anybody in Zambia apart from my husband. I've never done any open book. I can call anybody, any minister. Why would a friend of mine, a millionaire, call me to say, Lillian, I have this piece of land, 2.5 hectares. I'm sharing it among 6 friends. Can you buy it? I bought it at 650,000 kwacha. In a very posh area. Land that people would buy, that same land you buy it for 1.3, 1.5. The person, why? Because the person wants to have neighbors who are respectable people. Rich people don't deal with noisemakers. They deal with people who they know this one has integrity. Wasalu lenga na yon pa Facebook. You came, disrespected your wife. You now want to disrespect me the way you disrespected your wife. I stood for your wife. My videos are there. You came and displayed that Flosha girl on social media. Where is she? You came recently to display another girl to pretend that there's a relationship. Where are they? If you are very happy with having a house, you cannot be on social media busy fighting people. You will never be fulfilled. And these are things that you need spiritual help, because the level of insanity and whatever is going on there, it needs spiritual help. Because you cannot build a house and still not be content. You still want to fight this one, still want to fight this one. So when you are busy as a landlord, do you know yesterday why I didn't go live? I had a boiler man fixing the thing. This is a radiator. This is how the radiators look like here. So suddenly the boiler went off. So because I speak English, I couldn't do live. He came to fix the boiler. 350 pounds. Did I come and go on Facebook? I'm looking for money. Please help me. Did you see me? Have you ever seen me on Facebook come and cry? I'm looking for money. I'm looking for money. My children are standing. Oh, the government, things are hard. Oh, me. I don't know how to go and do shift. Some people say, look at her. She wipes bum in UK. And then she wants to come and talk. Yes, we will wipe as many. It's money with integrity, not prostitution. I will wipe. Even today, if I'm caught for a job, I will go. Because I know what it feels to work hard for your money. Sweating so. I was pregnant with Daniela. I was busy. Lifting people. Left, right, and center. Wheelchair. During COVID. Did I die? I'm still alive. Clean money is better than prostitution money. Than high-class prostitution. Than escort money. And you come and flaunt on Facebook. We are doing well. At least mine. I go and do the job. So if I do my job, You should come and degrade me. Meanwhile, you're in my inbox. To Penico. Even when I was giving people eggs, I would do shifts, my people. Shifts. Cleaning. Do you know why I've gone live this time? Because my children are in school. I don't talk about such rubbish topics in the presence of my children. No. Because they respect me. So I don't talk about such. I learned that from being a social worker. You don't talk about certain things in front of your children. It's not allowed. Let children be children. Let them live their life without involving them in whatever is going on. That's why I don't show them on Facebook. One time I showed my children on Facebook. And people were trying to... I said, what's all this? A child? No. They have their own Snapchat, Instagram. They don't even like Facebook. British children don't even like Facebook. American children, they are normally like TikTok and Instagram. That's where they are, and Snapchat. They say Facebook is a village. And I agree. Okay? So, I don't fear anybody. If I used to speak about Boma and Nsambo, you are nothing. Nothing at all. I don't fear anybody. Oh, this woman, she talks. Hey, I wonder how she lives her house. Hey, my husband, this and this. Yes, I'll talk. It's my mouth. You want me to talk in my grave? I'll talk whilst I'm alive. So at least these videos, you'll be looking at them and say, yeah, this woman, she used to tell us those days. Life changes. Kathy saying every normal woman can't get married to a talkative guy like him. He is mad. Came to embarrass his wife. A woman who is so respectable. A dumbo like that. Very pretty with a gappy. I said, what is this? Wasalureng and Ayobe. Wasalulama women per social media. You parliamentarians. Every woman. Tasila Mamutuka. Uyu Mamutuka. Everybody. Who is a woman who is doing well? Kumutuka. The Bible insulted you. I don't even know you from Adam, but I still raised money for you. And at the end of the day, people come and say, look at the person you helped. Oh, we are Christians. We should be quiet. We should never talk. We should be silent. Oh, she's been silenced now. She cannot talk. I will talk. Because when I survived in a tough country like the United Kingdom, you were never there. You were never there. You never helped me in any way. I have never come to beg for any money on this social media platform. And it's so look at Nigerian platforms. Every day they're talking about going abroad. All of them. I introduced a lady who's in Canada, a Nigerian. She's teaching you. Tell us which person from Zambia will do live stream from Canada and will be telling us to say, come to Canada. That's why the other day I shared the Zambian woman who is encouraging you people to apply for the diversity lottery to go to America and USA. It's rare. Whilst you people, do you know that Nigerians right now, most of them, they've been coming to the UK, going to Canada, going to all these countries, because they just want to be in a location where they can be monetized for them to be creating content. Yes. There's even so many of them on Facebook. I can tell you their platforms. All of them. They're into content creation. They are doing that same part-time job. Is it 39 hours? After 39 hours, they shoot videos in their days off and schedule them on Facebook. Whilst they're on their shift, videos are making money. You are busy there. Look at her. She's telling people to go to UK. Look at her. She said, look at her. And yet, one person in the UK is pulling family members, helping family members. Zambians in the diaspora send more than $20 million a year. What does that tell you? Whether it's bottom cleaning, BBC we're doing. Whether it's cleaning London Bridge. If you go to London Bridge, you go to a train station, the people who are cleaning are Nigerians. The money is building hotels for them in Nigeria. The money is taking their children to private schools in Nigeria. I know a Ghanaian man, because me, I used to be among the Ghanaian community for more than 10 years. A Ghanaian man that takes his children to International School of Ghana. A school that in Zambia, it's only your ministers like Mao Sampa that can take their children. You can't. Who are you for you to take your child to 50,000 a term thing? But Mao Sampa takes his children to private schools. Expensive schools. The school fees alone can give you capital to start a business. Ghanaians decided, me, I'm going to come here. Since this man, I was even interviewing him. I said, sir, why are you doing? He said, look, me, I never went to school. So I vowed that my children will go to good schools. He does cleaning in Reading. His children go to international school in Ghana. The type of school are the ones who plan school trips to America. School trip. America, UK, France, what. Then you'll be there mocking people as they are going. Nigerians call it Japa. As people are doing Japa, you are busy. What they want is for you people to remain in poverty and be clapping. Hey, landlord. Hey, go and see how many Nigerian content creators are landlords of houses. Not akanga andakamo. You make noise. How mansions through content creation. But you are blinded, people on Facebook, because you think you cannot make it. Open your eyes, oh. Your friends are doing internet dating. Don't think by going for ministers is a solution. Internet dating. Change your life. There's a girl who did a video, and I agree with her. He said some people say marrying a white man is not empowerment. It is empowerment because he changed my life. I agree with her because it's not prostitution. She married a man who was a husband. A man who loved her, followed her to Zambia, did wedding, and brought her abroad. She said this empowerment. She's on TikTok. Another lady too, she met a man on a dating app called Cupid. She met a man. The man came to Zambia, young Muslim, did wedding for her. She's now in UK. You can see the way they disrespect women. There's some people, they are tribes. I know people like Londas, they are tribes, they respect women. Londa, this yappy, disrespect women. Yap. Kasangen kwa aba umi, pa internet, my dear. There's a woman who got married to a Mzungu with 3 children. Different men. The Mzungu did not say, you have 3 children, different men. So I'm not married. He married her and carried all the children. He's now the father. When I was passing from America, coming to the United Kingdom, I met that lady looked like a Kenyan with a black child. With the Mzungu man put the child on his back. And this woman, they were walking. I said, see, love. It's only you that look at children as nothing. We respect women. People are praying every day in churches, looking for the fruit of the womb. And you dare insult a mother for having children. Are you okay? Kupenoko. Imagine I saw a Muzungu. Na papa no mwana uafita with a Kenyan. And they are kitty. I say, see, love. It's just at that airport section. You cannot take video. I wanted to film them. I was so impressed. Another time I met another Mzungu with a child, Kalisoka girl, and a woman. The woman had a mixed race baby. I even knew that this is if they are disrespecting you in Zambia, my Zambian women, go on the internet. Find men on the internet, they are there. Abasungu. Go to Kachanana's page. She's advertising. Sangen kwa ume, on my internet. My husband is here in the UK and he will tell you how they respect women. A man will come on Facebook. Have you ever seen Musungu apanga video? And they're talking about, there was a show in the UK that used to come and be talking about women. Maybe doing DNA also. That show was banned by the UK government. I think UK government joke over children. You are talking about children who are born in the United Kingdom. You're talking about children who have British passport. You're talking about children who the government will take to university for, and you are busy. You're talking about children who speak British English, Queen's accent. You're talking about children who go to schools that are so well maintained by the government. They are the ones you're talking about. Like, you can see the level of poverty. And you'll be there talking, look at her, she has children. Yes, I have them. And they're in the United Kingdom. And you? Where are your children? You understand? My people, if they're disrespecting you, go on the internet. From today, I'll look for any dating website I know. I'll post to say, Zambian women look for men here. Yes. If we can have 1,000 of you Zambian women marrying Kubasungo, you will see the difference. You will see. Have you ever seen a British man coming on Facebook doing video talking about women? Have you ever seen them? Divorce, separation is in court, not on Facebook. When Kora Obidi came to social media to talk about her marriage, she and the husband, they were making money. That's why they came to Facebook. They knew that people like drama. So why should I come and give you free news about my personal life? I should give you free news. I should give, hey guys, guess what happened today? Bashimwana, the father of my twins, this is what he did. As who? You should be a beneficiary of my personal life. Go to Miri's page, where today she wakes up, disrespects the husband. Tomorrow she loves him. Well, disclosing even HIV status of children on Facebook. Those are the people that are your inspiration. If you are inspired, go and be inspired there. I personally called Miri. When she told me that child has HIV, I said, thank you for telling me this. Let it end here. Next thing, she was telling the whole Facebook that the child is, what is that? Subjecting a child to discrimination. Subjecting a child to stigma. And disclosing something very confidential like this. Where have you ever seen the law punishing someone for bearing children? Where? Where? Why didn't the UK government arrest me? Since you want to be chief arresting officer, why didn't they arrest me for having children? Nigerians in the foreign country, they're helping each other. Do you know that Nigerians who are doing content creation on Facebook are not even in America or whatever? They are in Nigeria. Nigerians are acting as their agents abroad. They are sending them links. They get like a small fee for it, obviously, because it's a lot of job. But for the fact that another Nigerian said, look, you can make money as a content creator. To me, it shows how Nigerians are helpful. You can imagine Nigerians are building houses through the same money they are receiving. And that money goes in the bank account of that agent, not the Nigerian in Nigeria. Then that person withdraws the money, gets his cut, and gives the person who's doing content. And that person, they are building houses. Junior Pope today, you saw him build house after 20 years in Hollywood. He never built house. He built 3 years on content creation. Who told him? The Nigerians abroad. But you, they want you to be, hey, even prison landlord. Hey, landlord. Oh, a landlord. Today the landlord has spoken. Because of what house? Are you okay? I've got friends who are multi-millionaires in Zambia, who are rich. If there's a man who's multi-millionaire and doesn't show off, Vatis Mushauko, my friend. He's a photographer. Multi-millionaire. The first person to film, take pictures of President Sata. And the pictures went viral. They're the ones that we use up to today. He's got a ranch. He's got hotels, Airbnb, every day making drive range. Have you ever seen him come on Facebook? I'm a landlord. I have this house. Last time he shared his flats, 20 flats. 20 flats. We're talking about as far back as 2015, 2014, he shared. You're telling me those flats, they're not giving him money till today. He's got those different, there's people like Urban Masai. Those are multi-millionaires. Do they come to Facebook to brag? They just tell you, we've got Urban Masai. But they are rich. Very, very rich. Urban evangelist. Rich people. You see them come to Facebook and brag. We have this, we have this, we have this. Man, you have fun. Zambians even in the diaspora, Zambia, they don't even show. Upstairs houses, swimming pool. They are quiet. You don't even have a swimming pool. You are bragging. You don't even have a swimming pool. You are bragging. Ah. Yeah. Go and see content creators, the houses they are building. Swimming pool, what? I remember she said that I felt bad now when dependent. Who's that, Ruth? Huh? There is also Matthew Mohan in Kabwe. He's humble and very rich. Yeah, though he had issues in the past. That family, they are rich. Very, very rich people. Very rich. My dear, whilst you were still trying to take picture, as we were already building. Huh? Rich people don't have time, Facebook, to brag. Hey, look, I've put flower here. My daughter, look, my chair, my one. That house alone is someone's boys' quarters. 7 squatter in Zambia. 7 squatter, the furniture. 7 squatter for visitor. Zambia, they don't come on social media to talk. Just do a drive down to New Kasama. After the president's house, just be driving in a road. Abantu bari kula. I remember when Motinta Mazoka invited me to their house. Hey! People have built. Please. People have built houses in Zambia. I remember when I even visited Vamasebo at her house. My people have built. The house she was building for the son, where he should be staying, in the yard. That house alone is that your celebrity's house in her yard. Very nice house. Bari kula. Huh? Letinya abantu adamkula mayanda. Women are building in Zambia. Proper building. They don't come to social media. Even our lawyer we use is Simon Mwila. Adikula. But Chitambala Gonspad, he's built nice houses. When it comes to Facebook, he stands, hey, it's inheritance. Hey, do you know you can inherit things and still be a fool? He's smart. Chisha Volotia is a good example of a family that inherited a school which was just how many blocks, and they've built many blocks. I was a student there. Chisha Volotia, he was still even working for Radio Phoenix. Now they've opened even another school, him and the wife, in near Lake Road. As we used to do inter schools with Lake Road, Lisef, all these private schools. People are rich in Zambia, I'm telling you. They are rich. My friends, most of them, they're from rich families. I just humble myself on Facebook because I like people. Otherwise, if I say, let me do outing with my friends, last time we did Treetops Primary School, my friends, we met, they're all rich families. You understand? I don't like the rich life. I just like to be just humble to Wadiako Bwadi, to Kapenta, to Shani. We mingle, we chat on that level. That's the way I like it. But if I say, let me mingle with my rich, they are rich. I visited my friend who has glass house. Glass in Zambia. With 20 flats in the yard. I looked, I said, my friend, you are doing well. His office alone, the house. With elevator in the house, Ichikwepe. How much electricity is that? You enter the house from the door, aircon, good morning. Bakupera na glacier juice. I sat down there. I said, my brother, I wish I can do content for this house. The swimming pool, the bar. The worker said, madam, what do you want to drink? Not for my uniform to my madam. I remember those days when Margaret Monakato was living in Chadley. When I went to the house, I said, walk-in closet. They used to live in Chadley before they moved. We are family friends. In fact, we are family. The Monakatwes, my auntie, my mom's cousin was married to the brother, the one who died. So, and my mom, they were friends in school and everything. So you know how it is. When I looked at the house, I'm talking about 1999, 2000. I said, this house is nice. Do you know rich people, their houses have that smell? Karaka chena katinga ni washing soap, katinga nishi. It greets you like. I just entered. I said, wow. come and see pantry food all over. You see people, because today they're eating chicken chips, they'll post on Facebook. That's why I post carpenter, because carpenter is a luxury. They'll put their pantry, their fridge. Look, people have money in Zambia. Do you know that we even have young farmers in Zambia who fly by chopper? They go to Mukushi. Farmers, Zambians, they don't come on Facebook. They are not even on Facebook. They have farms. They are rich in Zambia. So if we're coming on Facebook, well, we don't come here to brag. We come here to encourage you that there's opportunities for you to make it. We come here to encourage you to follow the path of Christ, so that God will open doors for you, like he has opened for the other people who fly by chopper. If you just go even to Solwezi. Hey! Huh? Solwezi! My God! Abantu bari kalabasungu. In that same place, they call it at red dust resort. I remember when we were driving, they have even a golf club. Hey! And then I went to the school. Come and see the children. I wanted to take my children there just before COVID. Then after COVID, you know how it is, COVID. COVID disturbed a lot of things. Because there were some plans. I had to travel the world, blah, blah, blah. So I said I wanted to put my children in the school. Imwe. The children, even as they speak to you, they are in Africa. But the English, this Englishing. The English. Good morning, ma'am. I'm like, you don't even feel the difference between children in the UK and Africa, because they teach them like that. You know, the English. Baobab School, we used to go there for sport. Musikili. Ha! In Mazabuga. Ha! People have money in Zambia. Stinking. You know what? Sometimes, just go to these schools and just go in the morning. See the cars that will pass there. You tell yourself you are not living. Zambians have money. Zambians don't come to social media for you to do them. What's that guy? Is it Kasaka? The guy who was dealing with gold. For you to come and have him arrested. When he's arrested, and then people be laughing. So you think they will do that? They will never. They are quietly flying business class. They are quietly going to Dubai. They are quietly living their life. They are quietly going to South Africa for holidays. They are quietly going to China. They don't even come on social media to brag. Because the moment they come, it will open demons to go and enter. I'm just giving you people a challenge. Please drive. Drive to that place. Somebody saying, Angelina, find me a white man. Prince said, after my mileage, look at the disrespect. Look at the disrespect. A man is commenting, say, after my mileage, which mileage? Are you the one to talk rubbish about a woman like that? Look at that. My dear, I will post links on my page of the men you should go and find on Facebook, on the platforms. I'll put link. Where to find husband? Here. And come and give me testimony. That's why we will start it now. Shweresh. What's that? After marriage, who are you to talk about a woman's marriage finishing? Which is finishing? You understand? I'm giving you people a challenge. Just to drive. Go to Baobab School. On the morning. Use a bus. Yeah. Just to stand around there. You will see G-Wagon. You will see Benz. You will see the latest Defender is there. You will see Bentley. People are rich in Zambia, please. They even laugh. They'll even be drinking wine. But those are just useless kids on Facebook. They're just useless. They just brag about nothing. They will take you to their ranch. I remember when I went to my friend, how people are living. People are living. Even the Evans Trust owner, the other one, my friend, because that one was working for the man as an uncle. We went to the house. They are not even on Facebook, they're on Instagram. Also on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah. Rich people like Twitter because they follow news of abroad. They don't come on Facebook where so. This woman came to undress. No. They are following Nigerian celebrities. They are following American celebrities when they're Miley Cyrus, and they are following the Kardashians. Speaking of the Kardashians, when this man was died, O.J. Simpson, I commented on my, you know, if you see me comment on a page, they are my friends. Sama Mwawa is a very good friend of mine. You check his page. If that man has ever attacked me, he can never attack me. Okay? Because he accords me the utmost respect. No matter what, he has never... Wycliffe went to Kakande. He did a video for him. Did you see what Simon will do a video to say, I'm disappointed, didn't you went to Kakande? He can't. He accords me that respect. He can't. You understand? So, I commented on his page. I said, finally. Come and see people who never had DSTV coming to attack me. Oh, you are wicked. How can you say that? Somebody has died. What? I said, did you know why I said that? Oh, but O.J. Simpson was the father to Kim Kardashian. Trying to fit in Pama Facebook up. They don't even know that Robert Kardashian, the father to Kim Kardashian, was the one who stood for O.J. Simpson. And that's what brought the breakup between him, the Kardashian man, and the wife. And the Kardashian is for the man who died. Otherwise, she's now Kris Jenner when she was married to Mr. Jenner. Come and see how people were fighting. Huh? Fighting. Taliana said, tell us about your wealth, not other people. I should tell you about my wealth so that you should come and destroy what I will never. I'm poor, I'm suffering. That's it. Never on this social media space will I tell you about my wealth. If you want to go and follow people who are rich, the ones who are lying to you on Facebook with one house, they are the ones who should be telling you how rich they are. Never. I'll never tell you. But my wealth, my net worth, you will know it one day. Not now. I don't have time. You understand? I'll be posting links, my people. The men to marry, where to find men to marry, okay? I'll post. Mwasangako, you pay, is it $10 a month or something? Mwasangako, ume. Uwa kumipa kumwende my sisters. Umusalu ku Zambia na uchilamo. Better. Either baranda, it is better to suffer to be crying in a Range Rover than crying what uledida mutare kutuka uledida pantu lumukanyama lumkalingalinga lumka wanu. My sister, better wasali na kolo muyuke kunolo wakushako abasungu wa muyuke. You are in a country that has laws and rights. They will accommodate you, they will look after you, they will make sure you have a startup. There's a lady who lives in Australia, a Zambian, whose her ex left her Mzungu. She had, in fact, she had her first 2 children, black children, with a man in Zambia. The relationship ended so badly. She now found a Mzungu, had a child. So she has 2 black children and a mixed child. And I've not seen any Australian come on Facebook and say, hey, yeah, look at that woman. Right now, she's an advocate against gender-based violence. Yes, in Australia. I'll share her page here. She advocates about it. The government even gave her to my thing. She even goes to speak in different places. She's my friend. Yeah, in Australia. You understand? Maggie saying, if you know, then what? Imagine somebody asking me, so talked about their wealth. People who are rich don't come on social media, my friend. And if you are rich, you will not go back to photography. You'll be working on the farm. Yeah, on the farm. The people who, let me tell you how this person even messed himself up. If you remember, there's this guy called Davis Tony. When Davis Tony started, I used to work with him. This Chichi Daisy. I used to work with those young people. Medad, all those. We were doing a project. Even Jonah Buyoya. We were working together on a project called Z Factor Talent Search. That's how I got to know them. And I could see the drive. These children, they want to make it. And I always used to tell them, I said, you guys will make it. You know, am I surprised they've made it? No. So if I'm going to comment on Chichi Daisy's page, because I have that relationship with her. I've known her for a long time. She used to go and do interviews on my behalf. I have her pictures and everything on my page. And I would always say, Chichi, you speak so well, you will go far. Where is Chichi today? She's on TV. Has she spoiled her chances by coming to fight anybody? No. Despite anybody dragging her about her ex and marriage and what, have you seen her come and drag her issue? No. So she has a child now with her ex-husband. She will marry, I'm sure. She'll find another person. Are you going to disrespect and insult her for having children? You understand? Chichi even wanted me to go on a program speaking about this issue, about how women are often disrespected for being single mothers. I told her, not yet, it's not yet time. If you like, go and comment on her page, say, Lilian Mutambo said you are planning to interview her on Diamond TV. Is it true? She'll respond. Okay? That's the relationship I have with those people. Then we had Davis Tony. Davis Tony came from Kitwe. All the way from Kitwe. Somebody say one day you should do a skin routine. I will. I just wash it with soap. All the way from the Copper Belt, Davis Tony came to Zambia. Right? So when he came all the way from the Copper Belt, he came to Lusaka. And by the way, guys, I've decided to come this time live because the children are in school. I don't like talking about these issues when the children are there. I don't like it, you know, because they respect me so much for me to come and start talking about this and that and that. So Davis Tony was struggling in Kitwe. He came to Lusaka and he said, how I wish I can make it. And he was looking up to that guy. Today, Davis Tony is richer than that guy. Richer. Davis Tony has 2 studios where you can even do video shoot. You walk in. Consistency and not bad-mouthing people will take you far. Davis Tony was just working in the studios. Now he flies to Dubai. And this is someone who would tell me his dreams. I was very close to Davis. Even today, I can send him a text. Davis Ashan. He had dreams. Never went to college. He said, look, I just want to make it in photography. He was just consistent. Next, he was taking pictures of the president. President Lungu. Next, doing music videos. Doing the, whatever room. What do you call it? The booth room, whatever show that he does. And he's made it without disrespecting a woman on Facebook. You understand me? You're disrespecting one woman, other women. No matter how talented you are, if your mouth is nasty, not everybody will come and be part of what you do because of the way you disrespect people. People want people who are reserved, who don't talk too much, and they'll go for them. That's how Davis Tony blew. The last time Mutale Mwanza even stated that among the top 5 photographers, he's not even there. Luxury photography is just by this young man. Last time I saw he did a video, he was buying a car for the mother. Then there's Davis Tony. Then there's this other young man that I work with most of the times. I always forget him. But he helped me with the lipsticks and everything. Very talented guy. He's there. Then there was those days there used to be Fortress Media. I don't know who else is on top 5. But these are the people who are professional, the way they do their work. And anybody who uses their page, this is why Millie dropped to where she is now, because she was using her page to do all sorts of rubbish. This guy too is using his page. How can you use your photography page to be disrespecting people? And the people who will be commenting are people who never even come to your studio. The people who will come to your studio don't have time to start commenting like that. No matter how much talented you are, people don't want to be associated with just anything and anyhow. So do you know what they'll do? They'll go to Davis Tony. And there's so many photographers who are rising, who God is lifting in their own right. I work with a guy called Chikonde. He's very talented. I met him on Facebook through you guys. So, regardless of what anyone says about me, or about you, or about whatever, guys, don't let any idiot use disrespect as a means to say it's a weapon. They have warned you. No amount of disrespect can dim my light. We've seen people like Mobad that would share what they are going through. And people ignore them to say they're making noise. Who would shut them down? People would talk. I am here on social media encouraging you people, guys, be careful. Life is spiritual. And somebody wants to shut me down to say, don't talk because that person, you have flaws in your life. Which flaw? You made me pregnant before. I got pregnant from a relative before. I came on Facebook to cry for child support before. I asked for damage before on Facebook. You saw me. So if you've never seen me disrespect my family on social media, you have no right to disrespect my family, because when I talk, I don't talk about your family. I don't even have time to talk about your family because you disrespected your family yourself on social media. As we maintain our integrity with our families. You understand? And if insulting my husband and insulting me will be a weapon to put me down, you never put me down. In 2026, I'm making a declaration. I will stand as a member of parliament. And whether you like it or not, I will win that seat. Okay? So if you want, plan whatever you're planning. Spiritual, what? Plan. Me, you will never stop me. I am unstoppable. Whilst you be yap, us will be in parliament speaking for the people of Zambia. Because I was told even in 2021 that it was not my time. Even when I stood because I just wanted to know, meet people, feel people, for people to know me. The election of 2021 should never be used as an insult. You lost because people don't know. People were voting for red because they wanted change. 2026 is when people will be voting for the right people. And me in 2026, I will be on the ballot paper. So you, as you be, us will be on the ballot paper doing our own thing. Okay? We are unstoppable. I couldn't stand in Nakonde because the person who stood in Nakonde was my uncle, Simumba. How do I go and stand and start fighting with my uncle? For what? He's now the member of parliament. They tried to fight him. Hey, the seat that you're on, let's not fight. He still won the court case. So don't look at us that we are stupid because I did not stand in my village. I can't compete with my uncle. Oh, how can I start competing with my uncle? Go and ask him. It's my uncle, Simumba. I should go and stand with my uncle. And then what? But 2026, my people, I am asking you to tell me where I should stand. Kawata, Matero, Mandevu, help me. And I will stand in Osaka. Whether anyone likes it or not, I am standing. Okay? I am standing. So they are fighting me not because what? They are fighting me because they know I have a bright future in the political space. So, as you are fighting me, I'm busy pouring anointing on my face. Even before I come, I do anointing. I'm praying every morning. 2026, member of parliament, Leader Mutambo. You think I am down? I'm foolish. You think I don't know why you're fighting me? 2026, I am standing. Yes. I've even been invited. 4 political parties have called me to come and stand. I said no. First, I have a choice right now. They're asking me to come. So, as the person is making noise, my people, let them make noise. They're making noise because they know that in 2026, I will be a member of parliament. So, guys, let's talk about where you guys want me to stand in 2026. Monali, Matero, Mandevu, tell me, and we'll start our underground work. We're going to start, yes, campaigning. As an independent person for now, I can work anywhere and nobody can stop me because I'm not belonging to any political party. Nobody will stop me for meetings. Hey, we're going to stop you because you belong to this party. No. I am starting... I'm talking about 4 political parties have approached me. So, no insult you will say will stop me. Kanyama. So, guys, Kawata, please tell me where you want me to stand and we'll start. I'll do a poll on Facebook where you want me to stand. So, guys, don't mind what anybody comes to talk about me, the insults on social media. It's because they know I have a future. You know what? I like President Hakainde Hichilema because he gave people positions and they failed to work. Me, I'm not in any position and I've been working. So what more when I'm there? I'm sure most of you people, even where you live, the youths, you will move to be where Lydia Mutambo is, because you know that me, I will work. Some people are saying material, so we're going to do a poll where you want me to stand, and I will stand in 2026. Okay, Kawata Sofa is leading. Yeah. Okay. So somebody saying, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. Delay is not denial. It's not denial. And because I was not voted, I came out number 3. And you know those elections, people were disgruntled. People were just picking red. You understand? So I am going to stand, guys, in 2026. And I've made up my mind that I'm going to stand in 2026. The people who are making nonsense on social media, let them make. Us will continue working. And we will see each other on the ballot paper. Yes. Yeah. Dude, I wish you knew the people who approach me. But Lily, you have so much influence. Come. I said, for now, no. But this is me making a declaration that I will definitely stand in 2026. I love you guys. Take care and see you on the next video as we speak about different issues. Okay, we want you here in Chilanga, please. We don't even know our MP. You understand? You know that definitely I'll hammer the ground. Groundwork. It is even cheap. Even if right now people are even asking, they're asking in Monali, sending me messages. My email is filled. If I just do a video on Facebook or on YouTube, because my videos on YouTube have an email address. We want you here in this place, so why don't you come and stand the calm with the ground? They're asking me all the time. So I said, no. Some people are even calling me to apologize. Madam Tina Luvyanya, Manatifaka Kuwaya. Do you know how many hospital bills we've paid for the people who even used to insult us? So many. We don't come and say these things to media because it's not an issue. And again, when I used to do my campaigns and be sharing the eggs and everything on the empowerment, the same group was saying, hey, when she gives even talk time, she displays on Facebook, she disrespects people, she wants to shame people. No, it's part of accountability. When people are supporting what you do, your work, your ministry, you need to post what you are doing so that tomorrow, if they say you are using their money, you are eating money, you have evidence, footprints of what you've been doing. So guys, that is it. That's the reason why people are fighting me. They're not fighting me because I'm a nonsense, I talk. No, they know that I carry power. And that time when I was standing in elections, I was just, I'm going to start this time. I have Pastor Jerry Eze this side who are praying. I have this side who are praying. I have many pastors who are praying. So my dear, I can watch it in 24/7. Please don't go, Maggie. You understand? So this time I'm more prayerful. And I remember in 2021 when we lost the election. Oh yeah, guys, let me finalize like this. When we lost the election in 2021, my team, all of them, I had a meeting with them and I told them, I said, look, I know we've lost this election. We tried our best. We did our underground. You know, everybody wanted to vote for anybody who was working with, who was under President Hakainde Hichilema. And I told the people, I said, look, I will help you. Don't worry. Losing an election is just the beginning. This is just the first time. We'll win in 2026. And I told them, guess what? I will help you to go to the United Kingdom. They laughed. They said, ha, honorable. When I'm honorable. I said, don't worry. You will see me helping you people. So I made them go home and I asked them to write the proposals, what they wanted to do. They came back with, business, this one I want to do this. This one I want to buy a computer. They came, all of them, total budgets were like 7,000, 5,000, 8,000. And then I said, okay, how about you go to school and I bring you to the United Kingdom? I'll find you a job. Meanwhile, people were laughing at them. Eh, tuzame onani fetawina. Wajabakazi bazami siani. You will see she'll go to UK, she'll never help you. That's how they started their school. 8 of them in the United Kingdom. So, you see, a person who does not forget people who worked with them. What more when I'm in government? Will I forget you? I will not. I will not forget you, my people. Just stand by me. and you will know why they call me Lilian Motambo. I'm a driving force. Yeah? So, my people are in the UK now. Neighbors, and they never came to UK. Then we saw, you know what I used to do? I would do videos. And for them, I even asked the managers, like, manager, the one who was bringing them for their company, said, I'm not going to show you in the video. Can I just film these people? And then I'm receiving Jehu at the airport. Jackson, Manley came, Feby came, Chisenga came. All of them my team in the UK. And then you say I'm not a woman of my words. They know, guys, that I'm a threat. I'm a woman of my words. When I say A is A, B is B, they know that when I stand and I say I'll do this, I'll do this. So now, people now are calling my people. This woman can never help us. As why in UK. And guess what, guys? One of the girls, she used to be in Mutendere. She has now moved her family to Ibex levels. The other one too has moved her family to another area. Their children, their families in Zambia, they are doing well. Some of them have brought their husbands. Some of them have brought their wives. And they are doing well. God is good. Guys, in 2026, we are choosing Christians. People who stand by the truth. Christians are honest people. No money can move me or shake me. Me, I even used to offer to say, me, my salary, I'll be using it to help people. The boss, how much money have we been helping people all over Zambia? TMP salary. So guys, that's the reason. And I thought I should tell you people that this is the direction we are going. So if you see me comment on Z celebrities, maybe because they've posted something of my interest. But otherwise, on the other pages, they just collect information from my page, post there, I start mocking, laughing, and all sorts of things. 2026, Pakari Tent. Nibadi 2026. At Mwena Mwevene. Chivote vote. Mwena Mwevene. See how you voted anyhow. You are now crying. 2026. Vote for people who help. And you will see your life change. Somebody said, I know one of the ladies you assisted is very true. Yeah. The United Kingdom, more than I was doing a calculation. More than 950 people plus have been helped across different companies to come to the United Kingdom. And then the ones that I know personally from Zambia, 350 people across different companies. Some are in Ireland. Now, guess what? Imagine all these people now by 2026. I just say, hey, I'm putting them each on £100 each. Donation. Imagine 350 people. Each person donating £100. How much is that? We have already finished our campaign, my people. They said, Honorable, us will be part of the people who will be sponsoring because you helped us to come here. One lady called me the other time. Warichinja life ya mwana wandi. I said, what do you mean? Mwana wandi mwana wakwe ari yakubasungu ari kwata no musungu nomba. Bari mushita na motoka. Mwandi diwa ari bomba. I was like, it's a small world though. Very small world. So they know that I've been, and me, I've been consistent, my people. I lost the election, but I've been consistent. I've been telling you people about the opportunities. I've been telling you people about this. So you the chair wakaripa. Uyu. Tareka. Eh? You think Pastor Jerry is praying for me for what? Do you know what Pastor Jerry told me when I met you? Oh, okay. So guys, take care, and I can assure you we are going to start our campaign by next year, 2025. By 2026, I'll be on the ballot paper. Just tell me where you want me to be. And the majority of where you want me to be, guys, is where I'll be. Take care, guys. I love you so much. My husband was sleeping. Came from a night shift. The baby is now waking him up. Daniela, I'm coming. He's asleep. Take care.